All right, folks, our last installment for this unit. We're going to talk. Now we're into our 123rd overall for the course. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of talking. It's a lot of listening. Holy smokes. Okay, so we're still in section 1.6. We're still dealing with reasoning and puzzles and games. Let's do a couple questions. First one, Towers of Hanoi. Fun game. The goal is to move all of the discs from the starting peg to one of the other pegs. And the discs can only be moved one at a time. And at no time can a larger disc rest on top of a smaller one. Okay, it's more fun with more discs, but time is of the essence for us here. So in the 3-disc game shown, what is the minimum number of moves required to win the game? Okay, so the first move we're going to make is pretty obvious. We just take the small one and we get it out of there. So let's put the small one right here. Then our next move has to be to take the medium one, and we have to put it on the other peg. We can't put it on top of the small one. So far we've got the smallest one there and the medium one here. So they've both been removed, and we have the large one. So now they're all on 3 different pegs. But we have to move that bottom one out of there. And the only way we can clear up a space for it is if we take the smaller one and we dump it on top of the medium one. So that's 3 moves so far. Then we're going to take the large peg and we can finally move it. Okay, so that'll make our 4th move, and let's draw the situation that we have at hand. So when we finally move that large disc, it ends up right here, and over on this one we've got the medium disc and then the smaller one on top of it. Okay, so what's going to be the quickest way for us to get this little tower of 2 on top of the big one? Well, I don't want to put the small one there directly because then I block the medium one for getting on top. So I put the small one over there, then I put the medium one on the big disc, and then I move the small one on top. So that's 3 more moves. So with 3 more moves, it looks like we've got 3 and 4 is 7, and 3 more makes, oh no, sorry, that was 3 more on top of the 4 that we already had. So that's going to make 4 plus 3, which is 7 moves to make it work. All right, Towers of Hanoi, fun game. Build one maybe for fun and then try to play it. It's a good game. Okay, Neem is a real good game. Neem is a good one because you can play with sticks or rocks or whatever you can find. So Neem is a game that's played by 2 players. It's very common in the Middle East. On alternating turns, each player removes 1 or more stones from the setup. So the starting setup is shown right here, okay? All right. So each player removes 1 or more stones, but when you take out a stone, or if you take more than 1, all the stones that you do remove have to come from the same row, okay? So I can't, for instance, take this one and this one. I can take this one, and this one, though, because they all have to be in the same row. I can't take 3 that are in different rows, or 2 or 4. They have to be in the same row. Okay. So the game starting phase is set up there, and then the finishing, or sorry, a mid-game setup is given here. So some 2 folks were playing Neem, and they got this far. Now, here's what you have to do. Pretend it's your turn, and this is the setup. Explain how you can win. So no matter what the other person does, you should be able to win here. Okay, so if it's my turn and I want to win, what could I do? Well, let's see. My turn and then the other person's turn and then my turn. Okay, but the rule for Neem is the person who takes the last stone loses. All right, so I don't want to be the one to take the last stone. So for instance, if I took all 3 out of this middle row, then my opponent would take 1 and I'd have to take the last stone. I would lose. I don't want to do that. What if I took just 2 of them? Okay, what if I took these 2? Then my opponent has to take at least 1 stone, which means they can only take 1 because they're in 3 different rows now. So let's say they take this one. Then I could take 1 more, and my opponent would have to pick up the last stone. Okay, so the strategy from here is choose 2 from the middle, then 1 at a time. And that's it. Not much to it. Neem is a fun game. Lots of mathematical patterns to decipher in Neem. All right, as well as in Towers of Hanoi. So guess and check, look for patterns, systematic lists, sketches, models, any kind of pictures you can draw, process of elimination, specialize, generalize, work backwards from the solution to the beginning and see how you can get there. All right, good luck.